Jerem Tuttle at your service. We can talk about it if you want. Don't worry, we got them taken care of. They're lucky we got here first. Who knows what might have happened to him? He's a special one. They're seeking to revive the living. He's entombed down below. God's slave, my sister. I will kill you. I don't trust these. We'll have to end this. If we're not careful, let's kill them and be done with it. I'm gonna ask you one last time. How do I open it? Yeah, so we are hosting a one-shot for you all, our faithful subscribers. And this one-shot is called The Tomb of the Warlord. This will be happening on Friday, April 12th, which is about a month from now. And Will and I, basically, the way this all came together is Will and I obviously love D&D. You guys probably decently like D&D, I would assume. And part of that in our conversations for the channel, and we've been doing this for a long time now. I think almost 3 years or more, actually. I've lost track of how long we've been doing this now.
Yeah, whenever Loki started season 1.
Yeah, so it's.
I think it's been around 3 years. I think,
and never would have really imagined. It kind of just started as a hobbyist thing of we just like nerd stuff. But over time, we were talking a lot about this year and what do we want to do next. And part of that conversation evolved into what if we hosted a D&D one shot for our subscribers, for people on our channel. So this will happen, just a quick Q&A, I guess. We'll kind of go through some details on it. But before we get into that, Will, any thoughts you want to add before we get into the nitty-gritty details about it?
Just that I'm really excited, because for nothing else, that Blake and I haven't had a chance to play D&D together for a while. I guess. Well, we played with. That
was even a couple of years ago. Yeah.
But even that was a while ago now. But I forgot about that. So I'm just excited to play with you, man. I've never. Did you already say that you're going to be DMing it?
I did not.
Okay, well, Blake is going to be our illustrious DM, and I have never gotten to play as a player with Blake as the DM, so I'm really excited for that, honestly.
Yeah. So getting into some details, and then we'll do some Q&A for anyone who has any questions about it, and then we'll post an FAQ in the actual Discord about this. That'll all come just over the weekend when I'm not celebrating my daughter's birthday, I guess. But some general information about this one shot. So this one shot follows a band of mercenaries who have been tasked to locate a very special object of power within what is known as the Tomb of the Warlord. This tomb is found within a mysterious forest, and the group very quickly discovers that they are not the only ones who have been tasked with recovering this item. So you will join me as your DM, my good friend Will as one of the players, and 5 others of you all as we dive into this one-shot adventure. So getting into some details about what to expect from something like this. First of all, this will be held Friday, April 12th at 7 o'clock Central Time. It will go for about 6 hours. If you've never played a one-shot before, you would not know that they can take a long time. And especially when you're playing with people who've never played before and who have different tastes and just like different personalities, there are moments that can really stretch. A good example of this would be I joined a one shot with some other people, and that one shot took 6 months. So we really want to keep this true to the one shot nature of it. So with that, we want to make sure we have enough time for that one shot to happen.
Yeah.
It's also going to be happening in our Discord. It will be streamed within our Discord. On that note, it actually will not be going up on YouTube. And there's a couple of reasons for that, as Will and I were talking this through. First of all, we really, the heart and soul behind hosting this was Will and I freaking love D&D. Like, we just love D&D. And we know that many of you don't have always the opportunity to play with other people. So our thinking was, what if we could create an opportunity for people to play together and just get a little bit of their D&D fill? But we didn't like the idea of people feeling like they're under the camera, so to speak, or that they have to perform for people online. We just kind of felt like it would be a little bit... it'd be an added layer that we just want people to be able to play D&D and roll the dice and not worry about anything else that might come with that. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Will, or not.
No, I think you said it well. We just didn't want any of whatever that brings to affect people's desire to play, or, just to feel like they couldn't really enjoy the experience because they had those things in the back of their mind.
Yeah, and if you think about it, we live in a culture where a lot of us know D&D through things like Critical Role. So we're really experienced around like the production of Critical Role, and we just didn't want anyone to feel the pressure to like classic D&D is someone trying an accent and being like, that sounds really dumb. And then the accent changes like halfway through the sentence, and kind of like just like the rough and like nerdy part of it. Like, we just really want people to feel like that is something they can enjoy, and that they don't have to worry about all the other stuff that comes with that. And we also felt like if we put it on YouTube, just knowing how toxic the internet is, we were kind of worried that also there might be people who maybe don't know the channel, or maybe they're a more casual subscriber who frankly might be a little bit mean to either us or the people who, frankly, you guys who might be participating in this. So it'll be in the Discord. It'll be live streamed in the Discord. And then it's not going to go up anywhere on YouTube. It's just going to be in the Discord. So if you miss it, you miss it. So don't miss it. But it's literally, that's all it's never going to go up anywhere. And you can know we're being honest in sharing that as well. So I mentioned it'll be from 7 p.m. Central Time to 1 a.m. Central Time. It'll run for about 6 hours.
Unless we get TPK'd.
True. Then it might end early, right? There will be 6 players total. Will be one of them. The other 5, we're just going to choose randomly. And maybe this isn't the best way to do it. I don't know. We've never done this before. But this also won't be the last time we do this. We want to do things like this every now and then. Naturally me, like I'm very much like I'm way over... I'm making this way bigger than it's probably going to need to be, but we were just going to choose 5 random people. We're going to have either whenever this YouTube video goes up, we'll have people who can comment in the comments below to say like, yeah, I want to play, or I want to be part of it, or whatever. And I want to be very clear, you can be a totally new D&D player, even if you've never played before. Or if you are a veteran D&D player, the heart and soul of putting this one shot together is to give people who love D&D a chance to play again, and people who maybe they've only watched, they've never played, to really discover like, oh, this is what's really great about D&D. So, having said that, any questions from the group? You can drop it into the chat, or clarifying questions you might have about the one shot.
I have one.
Yeah.
This is an entirely homebrewed one shot from you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you mentioned that and I missed it, but like this not that matters, but I I just think that's really cool that you crafted all of this yourself. So
yeah, it is.
I'm excited to see what you cooked up.
Yeah, it's a one-shot adventure. I think the party is level. Actually, guys, just asked the question: what level everyone would be? I think everyone would be level 5, but it might be level 7. I'm still kind of working out some of the details of that. Good chances is the party will all be level 5. So a little bit on the lower end. And in terms of like party dynamics, people will be free to choose and craft their character as they see fit. And then also once we figure out who's playing, we'll have a private channel for people if they want to chat. Some people like to chat about like party dynamics, like who's going to be this or that. And then other people are very preferential on doing things however they want to do it, I guess. Again, we want a space where people can do whatever they prefer. But we'll have that channel in case people do want to chat about it and figure it out. What world? Homebrew. It is a classic, just fantasy world is the best. It is a homebrew world, but very much, if you're familiar with Faerun, if you're familiar with D&D 5e, that's the closest thing to it. We will use the D&D 5e rule set. There shouldn't be any 1 D&D adjustments in that, for example, like exhaustion that probably won't come into play, but that's a 1 D&D rule that I typically play with. And then also with the caveat that there might also be some other homebrewed things that you can know are just all designed to keep the session fun, and not, I know there's a tribe of people who are the rules lawyers. You could just know that we might tweak a thing or two, we might change a thing or two, a little bit of rule cool, just to keep things fun. So you can just know that in advance. So
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, me too.
I guess not that we need to hash this out like right now, but we're playing in like a month. I guess we should probably figure out who the players are with like a week or two before then, so that we got time to do like character creation and stuff.
So probably what we'll do is we'll probably put a more formal video up, and that'll go up on our YouTube channel sometime this weekend, probably at the latest on Monday. And then we'll probably have people comment, and we'll probably say something specific like, I want to play, just something signaling you want to play. Just because there are probably going to be people who comment on that video who are like, this is cool, but they have no intention of playing. So we'll probably ask for something like that. And then what we'll do is probably like end of next week, like Friday or maybe Saturday, we're just going to take those people, random picker, whatever, and pick 5 people. So that feels like the fairest way. I know that's probably going to be a bummer for some people who don't want to get picked. Great question from guys. How heavy RP do you want? Could we combine backstories? You can absolutely do whatever you want. If you want to send me like a 5-page, backstory on your character, that's totally fine. If you want to send me just like a paragraph, like, I'm just a dude out there trying to get some extra cash, like, none of it matters to me. But you do have to understand though that it is a one shot. So with that, there's naturally not as much space for the story to breathe as you might see like in a number of sessions. So just making sure expectations are in the right place. You need to know that your character is probably not going to have like this lifelong experience, character development that, there's just such little time. And I'm typically not I'm typically, my style is very much like, what do y'all want to do? But in the constraints of a one shot, there will probably be a little bit of prodding, just so that we actually finish on time. Cause I just know D&D parties, and, we'll spend 2 hours in like the starting camp if we're not careful. So
totally.
Anyhow,
maybe we should, I don't know how feasible it is, but maybe we should even like do it in the randomizer in Discord, so that we filter for like people that are already in the Discord.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but that might be a good idea.
I don't either. So just a random idea.
Maybe we could do like emoji or something. I'm sure there's something, because I see like giveaways in other Discords where people emoji it, and then they do the giveaway based on the emojis. There's certainly something similar, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we might do the YouTube comment, but in any case, you should join the Discord because that's where the one shot's going to happen, and that's also where we'll probably give updates on all of this.
Film Addict, will there be a game 0? There will be a session 0. It won't be as granular and detailed as a typical session 0. It'll be more of an expectation setting session. It'll be brief. It won't be long. And the reason that I do things like that, even when it's not like a typical session 0, is just to get everyone on the same page for what to expect. Because I think even like really well-meaning people can sometimes have different interpretations of like where the railguards are. And I'll give a really great example that I don't think this is going to happen to anyone here. But I did have a player one time who thought that his character should be really edgy and really kind of push the dynamic. So he made his character very racist, very racist. And not to say there aren't like out of the way elf, like there's not like that tribalism that can happen in a session, but you have to remember you're playing with people, and there has to be a little bit of like a emotional intelligence there. So sometimes I'll do like when I'm doing those expectations, I'll say like, hey guys, like we don't do like torture, for example, or like weird racism or like sexual innuendos, or I've had that happen before too, where I'm like, hey, yes, your character, but like we're also a group of people having fun at a table, and like we just don't want to do anything that's going to be it could come off the wrong way to someone else. Right. So in that session 0, I'll give like a spiel on like, hey, everybody, let's not do racism. just like general stuff like that again, 99% of people would never even think of. I do that stuff just because of that random 1% who's probably well-meaning, but for them thought this would be fun. And it's like, no, it wouldn't. It's not fun. Don't do that. So yes, we will have a session 0, and that will be at some point. We'll find a time that works for everybody, and we'll do it in that Discord.
Yeah, that'd be good for like a tech test too, so that we don't have to deal with that.
That's a great idea. Yeah, we'll do a tech test. I would encourage you, Will, we haven't talked about this, but do we want people to have cameras when they play?
I don't think it necessarily needs to be like you have to, because I'm sure a lot of people maybe don't, that like still would want to play. But I mean, I think it'd be cool to have a camera, but I don't know if it should be mandatory type of thing.
Yeah. I would say you probably want a camera. Like I'm not going to be like, you don't have one, you're out. But probably for the full experience, you will probably want a camera, even if it's like super blurry or what have you.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be great.
Yeah, and again, we're not putting it up on YouTube, so please don't feel the need to like, I need to get a 4K camera and like practice my voice. Be a dork, be a nerd, whatever. It's for our tribe, it's for our group, and again, it's for people to have a great experience. So. Okay. Any other questions about it? Good questions. So
I'm just excited, man. I'm thinking about what kind of character I'd want to make.
Yeah, I'm very curious what kind of character you make.
I'll probably see what everybody, once we figure it out, what everybody else wants to do, and then I can kind of be like the role filler. But yeah. The wheels are turning.
Yeah. And then I'll just add again, it is a one shot. I will be DMing. Probably goes without saying, I'm not Matt Mercer. I'm not Brennan Lee Mulligan. I've been DMing for 2 years now, every other week. I have 2 campaigns that I DM. I would say I do a decent enough job that those people keep playing. But definitely, I don't know every rule in the player's handbook. There's going to be things that I'm not sure about. So, please be gentle.
I mean, I'm sure people that have watched us know that that's not our vibe. We're more of rule of cool than rules lawyers.
Yeah. Would a webcam from a laptop work? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. So, and again, can't stress enough. This is just for our Discord. So whatever burden you might feel about looks, voice, whatever, or if you even want to cosplay, that's totally fine too. I'd say whatever you'd like to do. I know Joy, my wife, for some sessions we've done, she's bit the cosplay bug. And that always leads to a really fun session. So
Totally,
anyway.
man. On it, not that just I'm having thoughts here. I would say the honestly most important thing would be to have like just a somewhat okay mic, because that would be like the only thing that would be really difficult if somebody's like, you know.
And like someone's
not
like,
that you need like a super nice mic. Or
someone's
anything,
like screaming in the background. You're like, could you mute that? Or
yeah,
you know, it's like when you're on PlayStation or Xbox and like you're playing Call of Duty and like you just hear somebody like,
their dad walks in and is just like screaming at them to get off.
Yeah. You done your homework yet, Dad? Anyway, I'm dipping too much into family trauma. So anyway, okay. So, well, moving on from this, again, very excited about it. Again, it'll be on Friday, April 12th at 7:00 Central Time, running till 1:00 Central Time.